Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Revealing Holden's past secrets might drive Claire crazy, but honestly, my mood is completely turned upside down after what just happened. I'm typing this at lightning speed before the deadline because I'm truly speechless. How will Claire confront the truth about Holden having a child out of wedlock? Will she continue or stop? With such a dramatic storyline, what do you think Claire should do? So let's talk about Claire Newman and Holden Novak, because honestly, I am so exhausted by these two, but I also cannot look away. You guys know I've been covering the show for a while now. I've seen every single secret baby storyline under the sun, but this one actually physically hurts because Claire has been through so much trauma already. She just got out of that messy, weird dynamic with Kyle Abbott. She finally decided she was over Kyle. She explicitly told Holden she was over her ex, and she was ready to trust again. But of course, this is the young and the restless. Nobody gets to just be happy and clean out an attic without finding a life-destroying secret. And yeah, that is exactly what happened. Clara was just trying to be a good girlfriend. She was helping Holden clean out this dusty old attic space. Which, by the way, why do these characters always have random attics full of incriminating evidence? Who keeps this stuff? Just burn it. But no, Holden kept a dusty old box of keepsakes, just sitting there, waiting to ruin his life. And Claire, being innocent, sweet Claire, opens it. Maybe she thought she'd find some old baseball cards, or some cute childhood photos of Holden before all the Malcolm Wonders fake DNA drama ruined his life. But no, she finds a photo, and not just any photo. A photo of Holden and Audra Charles. Let's just pause for a second and take a deep breath. Audra Charles. The woman who has been a massive thorn in everyone's side since she stepped foot in Genoa City. The woman who Holden has this super sketchy, mysterious LA past with. We all knew something bad happened in Los Angeles. We knew they were hiding something dark, but a baby, a whole actual human baby. Because that is exactly what was in the photo. Holden and Audra, looking younger, looking exhausted, holding a newborn baby. I can't even imagine what went through Claire's head in that exact moment. Just pure shock, pure, unadulterated panic. Imagine you're holding a photo of the guy you are falling for, holding a baby with his toxic ex. And it gets worse, because it's never just a photo, isn't it? There was a letter. An old, crinkled, tear-stained letter right there in the bottom of the box. And Claire reads it, because of course she reads it. Who wouldn't? I would read it. You would read it. We all would read it. And the letter confirms it. It confirms that Holden and Audra had a child together in the past. But the letter is kind of cryptic, which is so annoying, so typical for the writers. It hints that the baby either passed away or was given away. It's not 100% clear what the ultimate fate of this child was, but the fact remains, Holden and Audra created a life together. And Holden never, ever told Claire, not once. Not when she was pouring her heart out to him about her aunt and her crazy past. Not when she was telling him about her own messed up family history with Jordan and Victoria. He just sat there and lied by omission. He just lied. He looked her in the eyes, and he lied. So Claire is standing there in this dusty attic, holding the physical proof of Holden's massive lie, and she is just shattered. You can practically hear her heart breaking into a million tiny little pieces. Because Claire's biggest issue has always been trust. She has massive imposter syndrome. She feels like she doesn't belong in the Newman family sometimes, especially with Nikki pushing her to take over Chancellor. She felt insecure with Kyle, and Holden was supposed to be her safe space. He was supposed to be the guy who didn't have all this crazy baggage, even though we all knew he did. And then Holden walks in. He walks into the attic, probably holding a trash bag or a broom or something mundane, and he sees her. He sees her holding the box. He sees her holding the photo and the letter. And his face just completely drops. You know that look. That deer in the headlights. My life is over. I am caught look. Claire confronts him immediately. She doesn't hold back. She doesn't cry right away. She is just running on pure adrenaline and betrayal. She demands to know what this is. She demands to know about the secret past he never bothered to mention. And Holden, he tries to explain. He starts stuttering and stammering. He tries to say he was going to tell her, or that it was too painful, or whatever excuse guys like him always use when they get caught hiding something massive. He tries to reach for her to calm her down, but she just backs away. Like he is on fire, and honestly, maybe I'm being too harsh on Holden here. Losing a child or giving a child away is a massive, traumatic event. It's not exactly first date conversation over coffee at Crimson Lights, but they are way past the first date. They were getting serious. He had a million chances to tell her, a million. Every time Audra's name came up, he could have come clean. But he chose to protect his own secrets instead of protecting Claire's heart. But Claire isn't having any of his excuses. She is too shocked. She is too deeply hurt. How can you build a relationship with someone when the foundation is just a massive, gaping hole of a lie? She feels completely deceived. She feels like every sweet thing he ever said to her was tainted by this ghost of a child and this ghost of a relationship with Audra. And then, because the universe absolutely hates Claire Newman, Audra shows up. Audra Charles just magically appears at the exact worst possible moment, like she always does. It's like she has a radar for drama and heartbreak. She walks into the attic space, probably looking for Holden to annoy him about something business-related or just to stir the pot, and the tension in that room could literally cut glass. Claire looks at Audra, and then looks at Holden, and she suddenly realizes that Audra knew this whole time. Audra was walking around Genoa City, smirking, making snide comments, drinking martinis at the GCAC, knowing she shared this massive, unbreakable, tragic bond with Holden. Claire realizes that Audra was hiding the truth too. Audra was probably using it to manipulate Holden behind the scenes, and Claire feels like the ultimate fool. She feels like she was the punchline to a sick joke that Holden and Audra were in on together. And that is the worst feeling in the world. To feel like the people around you know the truth about your own life, and you are just stumbling around in the dark like an idiot. Claire looks at Audra's face, trying to see if Audra is going to be smug or if she is actually shocked that the secret is out. But it doesn't matter, the damage is done. Claire gets so angry, just furiously, blindingly angry, and she should be. She looks at both of them, these two people who share this dark, messy LA history, and she just storms out. She drops the letter, turns on her heel, and leaves. She feels like her relationship with Holden is completely shattered, broken beyond repair. She needs time to think, time to process the fact that the guy she likes is a completely different person than she thought. She needs to get as far away from Holden and Audra as physically possible. And Holden is just left there in the dust. Literally in the dust of the attic, looking absolutely desperate. He realizes that by trying to bury his past, he has completely destroyed his future. He ruined the trust, and once you break trust with a Newman woman, good luck getting it back. Just ask any of the men who have dated Victoria or Nikki, it does not end well for them. Holden is desperate to fix it. He wants to chase after her. But what can he even say? How do you fix this? You can't unhide a secret, baby. You just can't. The genie is out of the bottle and it is smashing all the furniture. Honestly, guys, what were the writers thinking with this storyline? I mean, I love the drama, don't get me wrong. I am eating it up with a spoon, but I also feel so bad for Claire. The fans on social media are losing their minds right now. Half of them are screaming that Holden is trash and Claire needs to run far, far away and never look back. The other half are saying that Holden is a victim of severe trauma and Claire should hear him out once she calms down. But let's be real here. If you found out your boyfriend had a secret baby with the town mean girl, would you stick around? I wouldn't. I would be on the first flight to Paris. And let's zoom out and look at the bigger pattern here. The writers on Why and our love a secret baby, they love a hidden child trope. We just had the whole Malcolm and Stephanie fake DNA thing with Holden himself. Holden's entire identity is a lie, and now we find out he's been living a lie about his own kid. It is like poetry, but the really messy, dramatic kind that makes you want to pull your hair out. It fits the show's usual style perfectly, but it also feels so incredibly cruel to Claire, who has already been manipulated by her fake Aunt Jordan for years. She just wants someone honest. Is that too much to ask in Genoa City? Apparently yes. I don't know where they go from here. Audra is definitely going to use this to her advantage. She loves having leverage. She loves making people uncomfortable. Now that the secret is out in the open, she doesn't have to hold it over Holden's head anymore to keep him in line, but she can definitely use it to torture Claire. Audra is going to play the grieving mother card, or the complicated ex card, and Claire is going to have to watch Holden comfort Audra over their shared loss. It is going to be a complete and utter disaster. And what about Kyle? Is Kyle going to swoop back now that Holden is out of the picture? Kyle and Claire had their issues, mostly because Kyle is obsessed with Jack and Victor's stupid feud, but Kyle doesn't have a secret baby with Audra Charles. So right now, Kyle is looking like a pretty safe bet. But Claire explicitly said she was over him. Will she backtrack? I don't know. Maybe Kyle will see Claire crying at the park and step up to be the hero. Holden is going to have to do some major growling. Like, begging on his knees in the rain type of groveling. He is going to have to explain exactly what happened to that baby. Did it die? Was it given up for adoption? If it was given up, is the kid going to show up in Genoa City in 5 years, aged rapidly into a teenager? You know how soap operas work. That kid is definitely going to show up eventually. Soares is real, people. We will probably see a 16-year-old kid knocking on Audra's door by next November. But for now, we just have to deal with the immediate fallout. Claire is heartbroken. Holden is desperate. Audra is... Well, Audra is Audra, smug, complicated, and always in the middle of a mess. I am going to be glued to my screen all week to see how this plays out. Will Claire forgive him? Will she tell Victoria? Oh man, if Victoria Newman finds out about this, she is going to destroy Holden. She already has enough on her plate with Nikki's mystery headaches and Victor's crazy corporate wars. If she finds out Holden lied to her daughter about a secret baby, Holden might as well pack his bags and move back to Los Angeles tonight. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. Victoria is fiercely protective of Claire after losing her for so many years, and Victor. Victor will probably have Holden investigated and find the kid himself just to prove a point and hold it over everyone's heads. The Newman family does not mess around when they feel betrayed. Holden really stepped in it this time. He thought he could outrun his past, but the past always has a way of catching up to you, especially when you leave photographic evidence in a cardboard box. I'm going to wrap this up because my fingers are cramping from typing so fast and I need to process my own feelings about this episode, but I need to know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Are you Team Claire, Team Holden? Do you think the baby is still alive out there somewhere? I need all your theories because my brain is spinning. Alright, I'm out. See you guys in the next update.